Hey everyone, welcome to a zone where you become a great man. Now, first of all, I am Joseph King Atiyia. All right. And my job here, or my goal, or my mission is to help you single mothers to raise great men. And also to help those boys who have no fathers, all those who parents are absent in their lives, to learn what it means to be a real man. Now, I'm not here because I'm a great person or I mean, I am in a way, but I'm not here to blow trumpets and tell you that you are struggling raising boys and things like that, which you could be. But I'm here to help the process, which is a journey. Being a great man is a journey. It's not something you just wake up all of a sudden and get everything right. All right. So here I'm going to be sharing with you some of the experiences as a teacher. I've been teaching for more than 15 years in high school, in college, and like just mentorship programs and things like that. So I want to share some of the things I wish I knew when I was in my early 20s. All right. Um, but before we go there, I believe you agree with me that in today's society, we are struggling with lack of real men. We don't have real men anymore. Or if we do, we have very few. We have a misconception of what it means to be man. And we have a generation where even ladies don't have their parents or their fathers bold enough to tell them who a real man is. So it's very confusing. That's why I'm like, no, I'm going to dedicate my life listening to this calling to come here and build great men. All right, now we have a lot of. I was just looking at some of the statistics. Children that grow up without fathers have emotional issues. All right, anxiety, depression. They may develop a deeper fear. All right, and they just have self-esteem issues. They have behavior issues. Some of my students are watching me right now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I still love you though, but you have behavior issues at school. Sometimes you get those kids struggle with doing homework and so many things. They struggle also sometimes to connect with people. Relationship issues. They start seeking for validations, right? They're trying to fit in. All right. So with the ladies, sometimes they don't have that self esteem. And like I always say, the wrong boys who can shave looking like men, but they're not men, start using and abusing them. So I hope that we get things very right. I hope that one day I get to see somebody that will come up and say, hey, thank you so much. You've helped me. I'm going to be very honest here. If you don't like the truth, please don't listen to this podcast. It's not about feelings, emotions. I'm sharing real life experiences that I've got scars on. And I'm sharing those things so that people don't make the exact same mistakes that I made. All right. Now, who is a great man? Um, there'll be different series or different episodes where I'm going to be explaining different things about becoming a great man. But today I really want to focus on who is a great man. See, a great man is not, like I said, it's not something that you just become all of a sudden. It's a lifelong journey. It's a decision that you take to do much better. But there are things that you need to do in that process of becoming a great man. The first one, you need to have, you need to understand that this life is spiritual. Now, I'm not here to preach you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I know a lot of people don't like to be told what to do. I'm fine with that. But the truth is, this life is spiritual. It's only people who are spiritually inclined, very strong in their spiritual life, really manage the physical life. Now, if you don't get this, it will take you years to understand. Things just don't happen. Something must happen for things to happen. Life is spiritual. A great man understands that life is spiritual. See that? A great man understands that nature itself follows a certain law and patterns and principles. Things just don't happen. And if you're a man, you're a boy, you're a male, you are working hard to become a great man. I hope you know, don't forget this, not every male is a real man. You become a man. And now I'm speaking about becoming a great man. So it's not just any kind of man. A great man, one, understand that life is spiritual. Before you make decisions, before you start the business, before you involve people, before you have friends and environment and everything, you have to start there because you're not an accident. Now, I don't care where you're from, what your accent like, what country, what passport you hold, what school you went to, were you born in marriage or outside marriage. I don't care none of that. All I know is you are not a mistake. You are not a mistake. You are special. You are unique. Everything about you is unique. Why? Because the Creator designed you to operate like that. So everything that you've done in the past, forget about it. The past is gone. There's nothing you can do. Now that we're starting a new chapter, I want you to understand that life is spiritual. All these leaders you see, they are spiritual people. You cannot lead if you're not spiritual. At least, should I say, you cannot lead accurately, effectively, if you're not a spiritual, real man. You will not be able to lead your own life. You will not be able to lead your wife. You won't be able to lead your company, your people, everything. You will not. So the second thing that I want to speak about is this. Real men understand the purpose in life. This took me 10 years to figure it out. And since I figured that out, my life has changed. Now I'm telling you, this is for free. Take it or leave it. I really don't care. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to share my experience. You take it or leave it. You disagree with me, it's fine. I agree to disagree with me, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't understand your purpose on earth, you'll be competing with people that you were not supposed to. You'll be wasting time, wasting energy, wasting resources. In fact, you will become how can I say, you'll become a success in front of people, but a failure in secret. It's possible. All right, so purpose is why you were created. Think of it this way. If I made my phone, for example, right, and I call my phone JJ, I know exactly what that phone JJ can do. And I know exactly what that phone cannot do. But now, if the phone JJ decides not to follow me and do its own thing, the JJ will not last. All right. So what I'm saying is, you have a specific purpose. You have a clear purpose. What were you born to be, and who were you born to be, and what were you born to do? Now, those two things changed my life. Who were you born to be, and what were you born to do? See, we live in a country, or what can I say? We live in a generation where people are very busy doing hundreds and thousands of things, but they're not productive. It's possible to be busy but not be productive. Without purpose, you are just wasting time. And time is very precious. You can have money, but you cannot always have time. In fact, you don't even know how much time you have left. All right. So lack of purpose, you start following people. You start guessing. You were not born to guess what business to do. Where should I start? How? You were not born to do that. It's kind of like a lion guessing, okay, I want to be a fish. So which water should I go and swim at? Where should I get my next meal? You see, A lion understand I'm a lion. I stay on the ground. I don't go to into the water. No matter how cute the fish are, swimming, playing around, ooh, look at me. They don't care. A lion don't care. So that means your purpose also helps you understand your real identity. So you're not going to compromise to be accepted. You stop compromising to be accepted. That's a big one. We live in a place where people have to dress a certain way to be accepted. Some people are very scared to tell the truth because they want to be liked. Those of you know me very well, I will tell you the truth with love. You can reject me now, it's fine. You don't need to like me. I'm not ice cream. And that's how you should live. Don't live to please people. That's not purpose. You know, some people may not understand you right now, but time will tell. Why? Because time is the only factor that separates everything from happening all at once. They may not understand your purpose now, but give it time. Time has a way to speak for itself. Time has a way to understand, to bring clarity to things. So with purpose, you understand that you need to stop guessing. All right? With purpose, you stop wasting money. Think about your past investments, if not your recent investment that you just wasted. With purpose, you don't waste things. You don't waste resources. And your greatest resource is your time. You don't get that back. All right. You don't get that back. Purpose defines your life. And it redefines the word success. Some people are successful in public, like I said, but in secret, they are failures. They are miserable. Have you wondered why rich people kill themselves? You that look for money, you that think money is everything. Think about it. All right. Purpose gives you meaning. It gives life a meaning. All right. Purpose is very, very, very crucial. All right. So great men look for purpose. You were not born to do everything. You were not born to do everything. The day I realized that, it simplified my life. I was not born to do everything. Therefore, I don't compromise to be accepted, which you shouldn't. If you go somewhere people don't like you, leave it. It simply means you don't belong there. If you don't start forcing relationships. You don't. Some things are natural. You don't force them. Where you're not accepted, you won't be respected, you won't be loved. And do not expect respect from where you were not expected or accepted. Simple. All right. Purpose simplifies your life. And then now, within purpose, you need to understand there's a thing called a mission. Now, a mission is like this. Say, for example, your purpose is to start a business that, like a music business, for example. All right. And then you have a mission. The mission is what exactly you want to achieve. Kind of like overall idea you want to achieve. So I'll say, for example, you want to open up a music store. All right. That's your mission. All right. Your mission has to be very clear. Once you figure out your purpose, what you were born to do, who you were born to become becomes easier because you're doing it. And then if, for example, is to open up your music store, that's your mission. And then you need the second thing, which is a vision. Now, the vision is very, very different. A vision is within your mission, but then a vision gives you clarity. The vision gives you like details. It's kind of like, like people do podcasts now, but what exactly are you targeting? Do you want to do a music store for children? Do you want to do a music school for disabled kids? You want to do music school? Like you're very, very specific with what you want to achieve. And you can usually see it. There sometimes I get some of my team design something. They design it and they get it right. But the problem is this, I did not explain it right. But they felt something, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they get me because they are in the vision. All right. So a vision is like a picture which you keep. You don't see it by sight. You see it by your heart. Now, for those of you who are spiritual, or for those of you who are you've lived long enough, you'll understand that your heart has ears. Your heart has eyes. I don't want to get into that now, but it's something that like I said, when you know something, you know, and you can't really explain it. So you have a visual details of your studio or of your music store, that I'm going to be selling brass instruments. I'm going to be selling windwood instrument just for kids. That's the vision. All right. So basically, now some people think you may have a vision and then you think it's just going to happen, in the next 2 years. No, it takes time, because your vision has to be tasted by life. Will you keep up with that vision, or are you just going to give up? You see, that's why it's very important. Once you discover your purpose, you need to surround yourself with people that speak like your vision. Not people that discourages you. Not people when you go to them say, you know what, I want to start this and that, and like, man, I don't think you'll make it. You're not going to make it. Such people are the people that are not real lions. They are like fish. So you need to go away from them. All right. So that's your vision. Your vision simplifies life. I'm here in Vision Studio. So when I saw that Vision Studio, I'm like, well, they'll probably catch my vision. Yes, which they did. All right. You can follow up for more links and stuff. If you have a vision, if you're a visionary, you need to hook up with people with the vision. And once you have a vision, you're not afraid to pay the price. You see, because you can see it bigger than what it is. You're not afraid to pay the price. Now, the price could be financial. The price could be your time. You may need to study more. You may need to read more. You may need the right people, and then sleepless nights, because you got a vision. All right. So purpose, you need to understand your purpose. What exactly were you born to do? Remember, you were not born to do everything. Stop doing that. That's why you're stressful. You think you were born to do everything. You were not. You have a specific mission to fulfill. And within that mission, you need to understand your vision, because your vision will give you clarity. You become productive instead of being so busy. Some people are very busy but not productive. All right. You grow, but you don't change when you have a vision. You get older, but you don't change because you see it. It's clear. And one thing that I realized, your dream is actually the cry of your vision. Let me explain it this way. Say, for example, you work night shift, you work 2 jobs. As you're working, you're super tired. But if you have a vision, when you see like a nice car or something you love passing, you're like, wow, that's my dream car. People don't actually understand that a statement, that's my dream house, that's my dream car, basically means if you understand your purpose, you understand your mission, you understand your vision, and you work hard, that's going to be your car. See that? That's going to be your car. Because purpose and vision simplifies things. So mission, understand your purpose, understand your mission on earth. That's where I tell some people, learn to choose your fight. Not every fight is your fight. We'll get there. And then understand your vision, because you have no time. Life is very short. Some of y'all are very, I tell people, some of y'all are specialists in procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow. No, man, it's fine. I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, good luck. Good luck. Good luck until you don't have time anymore. All right. And when you become great at your vision, at your purpose, you become unstoppable. Nobody will stop you. You start going above the system, because any country, now you may be listening to me from different countries here. Every country has a system. Every country has a system. But once you become so good at something that people cannot ignore you anymore, you don't operate in those systems anymore. Now I'm not telling you become a criminal or things like that, but think of it this way. Michael Jordan, for example. Have you ever seen Michael Jordan flying commercial? I don't know. I don't think so. All right. But why not? Because he's operating in different level. All right. Now, it's not that Michael Jordan bleeds green or purple or orange. No, he's just a human being like you, but he has a story and he worked hard at it. My question is, what do you want people to remember you for? Yes, you are a great man. You start this podcast of being a great man, but what do you want people to remember you for? What's the one thing you have that you're not working on it? What's the one thing? All right. A gift that you don't discover will not grow. And the gift that you don't work at it, don't grow either. And if something is not growing, it's either dying or dead. What is your gift that's dying? Have you found your purpose yet? Do you know what your mission on earth? Do you know what your mission on earth? Do you know what your vision? Do you have a dream? If you're a great man, today we just learned this thing. Very simple. Understand your purpose. First, you need to understand that the world life is spiritual. If you don't get that, you will live in the physical. You will live a bad life in the physical because spiritual controls the physical. And then secondly, understand your purpose on earth. Basically, what exactly was I born to do? What exactly was I born to do and become? Then get a clear mission and then understand your vision. We just stop here for today. But how do you work all these things out? You need to go back to the Creator. Nobody knows you better than God. Now, I'm not trying to force you. I'm just telling you the truth. Because if you are, I don't want to advertise brands here, but if you are like the phone where I call JJ, nobody knows the phone JJ. By the way, that's my phone. If ever it's my mission or vision to create a phone one day, if nobody will know you better than the owner of JJ. So nobody knows you better than God. Nobody. You want to be a real man, understand these things. You have no time. Time is the only factor that separates everything from happening all at once. And here's the truth. We're all going to die. We just don't know when and how. That's a fact. Are you going to die with all the books you were supposed to be writing? Are you going to die with all the film ideas you're supposed to be, making those films? You have a beautiful voice. You can do a lot of things. You got skills, gifts that people are going to university for. Are you going to die with all these things? The problem is people think you need money first. You don't need money first. You don't. Money is, especially cash, money is the easiest thing you get once you understand your purpose. Because here's the truth. There are people willing to pay you any amount of money if you become the answer to the problem. Believe me. They're there. Maybe you're surrounded, you think like few 100,000, it's a big deal. There are people that can go in the mall and spend that money. It won't mean nothing to them. It's normal. Those people are there. So you keep holding on to the past. Well, he did this to me. Well, my father did you understand. I got no mom. I got no dad. Stop that. It won't change anything. Understand life is spiritual. Discover your purpose, meaning what exactly were you born to be and to do. Then have a clear mission on earth. Have a clear vision, meaning how do I detail what I want to achieve? Because sometimes in a vision, you don't change the vision. You just have to change the strategy. One day I'll explain about vision, how vision operates. Sometimes you just need to change the strategy, but you still got the same vision. You still got the same mission. All right. So you're a great man. You're a great woman. Help me share this video to someone that you know he has no father, or he has a father, but the father is absent. Whether you're a man or woman, I just choose not to talk to women right now because, let's build a man first. We need real men. We need real men. You are a great man. You are a great mom. Thank you for watching me. Please like, comment, ask questions. I'm super excited to read those comments and reach out to you. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. This was Joseph King Atiyia. I love you guys.